เยธัมมาเหตุปภวาเตสังเหตุงตถาคโตเตสัญจโยนิโรโทจะเอวังธรรมเหล่าใดเกิดแต่เหตุพระตถาคตเจ้าทรงตรัสแสดงเหตุแห่งธรรมนั้นและทางดับไปแห่งธรรมนั้น
Whatever dharma arises from a cause, the Tathagata shows the cause of those virtues and the cessation of those virtues. Reverend Grandfather Wiriyang Sirintharo, Abbot of Wat Thammamongkol Boon Nonthawihan Vine, former name Wiriyang, last name Boonchakul *, born on Friday, January 7, 1920, the year of the monkey, the 13th waxing moon of the first lunar month, Nakhon Ratchasima Province. His father's name was Kun Fen Prasannaram. Mr. Pak Priyu Railway Station. Mother's name is Mrs. Moon. Boonchakul education, 15 years old, 1934 was ordained as a monk. Education due to ordination from a young age, graduating from grade 4, ordination on October 22, 1935, 16 years old, at Suthichinda Temple, Pha Klang Subdistrict, Muang District, Nakhon Ratchasima Province, Phra Thammathitian. A preceptor Phra Panya Phaisan Thera, Rat, is the preceptor Phra Ajarn Kongma Chirapunyo as a monk, Phra Maha Thongsuk Suchito as a monument. After 10 days of ordination, Phra Ajarn Kong came out on a pilgrimage in the forests of the mountains and Lam Na Phrai in search of a secluded place. When he found a place of peace, we'll stop doing perseverance, even sometimes fasting for several days. Sometimes we encounter beasts, dangers, or long roads. Master Kongma walk life. This hike was terrifying. He wanted to torture himself and his body as well. Because of this pilgrimage there are two objectives. 1. Wanting to suffer from defilements. When finding peace, they will rest and meditate for several days in order to increase their psychic powers. 2. To meet Venerable Ajahn Mun Bhuridatta Thera, which is the true purpose. Venerable Ajarn Kongma Chirapunyo, who brought the Wiriyang, who at that time was a young monk, aged 22 years, ordained for 1 year, take an important pilgrimage to find Phra Ajahn Mun, who is the master of the Buddhist sect. Phra Wiriyang meets Ajahn Man. Wiriyang was a little shocked when he saw Venerable Monarch. For the first time in my life, which he sat at a small pavilion pointing his hand to Phra Ajarn Kongma. Phra Wiriyang ordered a monk and novice to hurry to receive the services of Phra Ajahn Kongma and Phra Wiriyang. Order. First sentence and tone of voice. The first was the speech of Phra Ajahn Mun, which entered my auditory nerve. I still remember it precisely because it was such a touching word. Ah, disciple Ajarn, really tired, meaning too tired? Phra Ajarn Kongma replied, not that tired. Tolerable. Phra Wiriyang also prepared this time for the first time meeting Phra Ajahn Mun, which has been rumored that he is strong in moral discipline and has a formidable mental strength, but instead he has a gentle manner. Greet and speak to Phra Ajahn Gong in a friendly way. Venerable Master Man. Call the Holy Spirit. Go closely to the layman. Not only for the Wiriyang at the end of the Dharma teaching that night. Every Thongsri gradually returned. Viriyoung was already preparing to return, but the Master firmly called to stop. In every return then let Phra Wiriyang keep the guard and items for entering your room you have laid your back and let the monks knead it as a routine for the monks. Disciples regard the offering of massage that is the night routine. Today is the historic night of Phra Wiriyang, which must be from that for a lifetime, because despite having to travel tirelessly and had to listen to the sermon halfway up and also have to offer massage every time the building comes in, Venerable Ajahn Man still did not allow him to go back to rest. After 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., he still had no attitude to tell him to go back. When you still don't allow it, you can't go back. You have to offer a massage at the market. But the time was getting closer and closer. The monks would stay away from 3 pieces of cloth before dawn. It wouldn't be a punishment. Wiriyang thought in his mind a few times, and the master quickly got up. As if knowing each other, I hurried to find a toothpaste, washing water, and jumping to offer him. When he had received it and finished washing his face, he said, "We have a good vision, that is, it appears in the vision that we got the shoes a new pair. This pair of shoes was strange, there was no rift in the middle like normal shoes." She Viriyoung returned, bowed 3 times and hurried back to the cubicle. Kwong had just woken up. Thus, Phra Viriyang was with Phra Ajahn as he wished, and it was counted as a great disease that he was very proud to be his patron, to be with him, and to be especially close to him. And has served this duty for 4 years later. He spread this teaching to the public in a book called Monk8s. And bring the knowledge gained from Luang Pu Man to teach meditation, which Luang Pu firmly ordered that to teach in a basic way for the benefit of the public. For the advanced, let's have a little. You have to do the basics for most people in the world to be at peace. Luang Pu reviewed the principles. Who used to ask questions about meditation along with the advice from Luang Pu. It has been written as a figure to come up to the fullest. Can be used in teaching meditation, including reviewing and compiling textbooks that took time to complete, used to teach from the basics, the middle and the advanced, a total of 3 books, and set up the Willpower Institute. The purpose of teaching meditation as a dog, 3 monks, Yao Rao, Reverend Grandfather Mun Purathato, learning meditation, creating psychic powers, teaching meditation to the general public, meditation teachers without charge. List of 300 branches nationwide and outside the country. 2018 received a royal graciously established as the monarch Samdej Phra Yanavarodam Putakam Wizit Willpower Patanadalik Sarakamwachit Paisarn International Affairs Vipassana Yanthira Thorn Thamayutakanasorn Bovornsankaram Kamvasi Aranyawasi Loose, dies with peace of mind with old age. On Tuesday, December 22, 2020 at 7:32 a.m. Siri, age 100 years 11 months 15 days 80. King Rama X and Her Majesty the Queen bestowed the song Reverend Father Wiriyang. On June 19 at 5:29 p.m. His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen proceeded to the royal cremation ceremony. Samdej Phra Yanavarodam, Wiriyang Sirintharo, former abbot of Wat Thammamongkol Thauhan and chairman of the Dhammayut Sangha Council. In Canada, at the crematorium in front of the plaque Asariyaporn, Thepsarandarawat Temple. The fortress defeated area Bangkok.